Hello and welcome to Lifestyle by Lulu with me, Louise O'Reilly, coming to you live from Cusack's Lighting and Interiors store, Dublin Road, Cavan Town, for the launch of their new look showroom featuring some amazing designs. We are here with Shauna O'Reilly, who is the interior stylist for Cusack's Lighting and Interiors. So Shauna, every inch of this store is it's got your touches, and every influencer that was here today was commenting on like all the beautiful styling, but above our heads is all the lighting, and there's so many gorgeous pieces. So we might have a chat about some different pieces in stores. I'm delighted to be joined by Rebecca Rose Stylist, celebrity stylist and influencer and award-winning stylist. So Rebecca, I mean, so much there, but thank you so much for joining us here in the beautiful Cusack's Lighting and Interiors.
Delighted to be here.
Dublin Road, Cavan Town. So you're very welcome. You're not too far away.
Not at all. I'm only literally 20 minutes away. So it's nice to, be involved in something quite local as well, and such a stunning store as well.
Which is just beautiful.
Oh, I want everything.
Exactly. So Rebecca, tell us a little bit about your Instagram account. It's Rebecca Rose Stylist, and you are an award-winning celebrity stylist. And people might already recognise your face because you're a regular contributor on Ireland AM with your fashion segment, which we all love and adore. But your Instagram page, your style, your content that you put together is just it's the best. You go into the likes of Dunn's and you put the most amazing outfits together. We're going to start with today's outfit. It's just beautiful.
Thank you so much. Well, actually, this is one of the outfits that I wore to London Fashion Week, and I'm just getting the wear out of it again. But yeah, I absolutely love what I do, and I'm very lucky to be able to do it. So I always get lots of gorgeous collabs with local companies, but also international companies as well. And then I obviously, as you were saying, I have Ireland AM, and then I'm the in-house stylist for Athlone Town Centre as well. And then I do a bit of freelance styling as well across the country.
Wow, so there's so much happening.
You are
very, very busy. But recently you've bought your new home, and of course that's what brings us together today, because we're not here to talk mainly about fashion, but we are talking about interiors and styling. And tell us about your beautiful cottage that you bought and you're renovating at the moment.
Yeah, so I bought the house in 2021. It's a renovation job, so the house was built about 15 years ago. Took out the windows, put new windows in, doors, everything, kind of gutted the house really. And I absolutely love interiors. I think it's kind of quite linked as well to fashion. I think if you're interested in fashion, there is always that. And I could look at interiors all day long. So yeah, my style would probably be very kind of traditional, old cottage vibe is what I'm going for the house. Quite neutral colours on the walls, and then I'll go for pops of colour, I suppose, with my accessories and so on. So I'm really excited. I'm not that far on, but I'm getting there. I have my kitchen in, my bathroom, electrics to finish, plumbing to finish, and things like that, kind of bigger jobs. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to get in.
Oh, which is great. Now, I'm sure there's lots of different things that are catching your eye here today, from the lighting over our heads to all like the little final touches.
Yes.
So is there anything that you think you need just to kind of finish a certain space?
Like, I need all my lighting as well, but I have a particular theme that kind of throughout the house. I'm going for the gold colours throughout the house, and keeping that hopefully throughout. And then I'm looking for chandeliers for the sitting room, for the hallway, for everything. So, and then I love all these smaller touches as well. So yeah, I really need everything, but I'll get there eventually, Louise.
Which is great. Well, look, you've come to the right place. Well, Rebecca, it's absolutely brilliant to catch up with you again. And we're really going to keep following you on Rebecca Rose Stylist. So keep following Rebecca Rose Stylist to watch all her updates on her interiors journey. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you, Louise.
So are you, tell us a little bit about like kind of some of your most popular kind of brands that you work with.
We're trying to do as much Irish as we possibly can. We're really excited to have Brooke and Shows on, an award-winning Irish brand in Ireland. It's very well known. We've just recently got on Mindy Brown as well. So it's another one. Love Mindy Brown. We have Libra. We have so many different ones, a few UK ones as well, but a few different ones all the celebrities are going to know, and your influencers and your bloggers, the likes of Coach House is a really popular one as well for us. So we're really excited to have it all in.
Which is great. I'm delighted to be joined by Lorna from Killstar House, who has a lovely home page on Instagram. So Lorna, thanks so much for joining me here in Cusack's Lighting and Interiors.
Having me.
Tell me a little bit about Killstar House and how your Instagram page came about, and just take us right back to where it all started.
Okay, I think it started in my son was born in 2019, so I think we started in 2018. That's when we started to build. We got married at the end of 2017, and it went from there. At the time on Instagram, house accounts were kind of getting very popular, so I love the idea of it to be able to show the progress, basically, of the self-build and all the steps. My husband was doing most of it. He's a carpenter by trade, and my brother and father are builders, so between the three of them, they did it all. And yeah, just I was pregnant at the time, so I couldn't do much except video it all, and you know.
And your videos are great. And anyone that follows Lorna will know that you add a touch of humour to your content, which I really love. And you bring everybody on a realistic journey of what it's like to have a family and to be building a home. And literally you're building the home around the family. So you kind of started with the inside, but you've kind of moved a little to the outside.
Yes,
now.
exactly, because I suppose before children, it was just all about the house and us, and you know, you had so much time. But obviously, since the children have come along, you don't have as much time to, you know, show the pretty pictures and all, you know, the inserts of it. But so you either just go with reality or don't do it at all. So I'm just going with it. And
what was important for you when you were building the house? Like, what was your kind of top 3 things? You're like, I really want to have these certain things in the home that's going to work for us.
One definitely was to kind of keep it minimalistic and clutter-free. God help my mother, she's great, but we grew up in a house that it was just, she killed me for saying this, like she doesn't like to be insulted.
Okay, just close your ears now.
Exactly. But it's just full of everything and nothing matches and it's just gas. So I made sure that this house, it either all matches, but just to try to keep it minimal, you know. And so far so good, because again, once the kids came along, it just seems to be all clothes, toys everywhere, you know. I can imagine, at least the background is still minimalistic and clutter-free,
which is great. It's a lovely clean palette.
That was
I mean, your house always looks so tidy, which
well,
is
again,
she's doing something right. I don't know.
I suppose that is Instagram. You're kind of going to only show, especially for the grid. You know, that's what I like. It. My grid is clean, as in grid, the photos that are permanently there. For the stories, you'll see the real stuff going on, you know. Because there'll be sometimes you'll be video and you're like, oh God, the mess there, and people will think I'm a pig the way we're living. But no, that's the thing. Like, they just show it, because people then will actually respond. Oh, I'm so glad to see that I'm not the only one that has this, that, or the other in the background. You know, so you realise then people aren't going to fall for this pristine, you know, thing all the time.
So there's lots of lighting here and interiors here today. So is there anything that kind of catches your eye that you're like, oh, I really want to take that home with me?
So we have a very large hall. It's kind of ceiling level. You know, it goes right to the ceiling. But it's one room we haven't really decorated yet. So I was actually only on to Shauna here in Cusack about 6 months ago maybe, and asked her to come up with some ideas for me.
Okay.
She was great. She sent on WhatsApp loads of mood boards and a console table with this, that and the other. And she's very good like that. She seems to be able to put pictures and all the little trim bits.
And all the styling is really evident.
Like I can see one or two items that I love, but you need a professional to put it all together.
Exactly.
I think, you know, unless you're really good. So there's definitely console tables I absolutely love, and those big mirrors. So my hall is definitely going to be further to being decorated after today.
Well, look,
100%.
I think, I mean, everybody's like Aladdin's cave in here, so there's so much to choose from.
It really, really is.
So we will be following along to see what you're going to choose and what you might come up with. So we look forward to that. But Lorna, thanks so much for, we took you away from all the action downstairs and to sit down and have a little chat. But it's lovely to have you on Lifestyle with Lulu. Thanks so
very
much. Thank you.
All right.
I'm now joined by Niall and his beautiful family. Niall is the owner of Cusack's Lighting and Interiors. This is a beautiful store right here in the heart of Caoimhe. Niall, congratulations on the launch of the new showroom today. You're joined by friends, family, influencers, interior designers, you name it, everyone's here. So congratulations. So tell us a little bit about the new store.
Yeah, well, I suppose we're going 4.5 years now with the lighting interiors, and it's grown constantly. So we've, I suppose, done a few jobs recently in the showroom. So we're just kind of showcasing it at the moment. So a couple of new suppliers, and we've done a lot of work. I suppose you can see it all over the showroom. So we're just kind of trying to highlight it, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful, because really it is like a one-stop shop for everything, and you're not just kind of getting your clientele coming from Cavan, but they're coming from all over, really.
Yeah, nationwide. I suppose the Instagram, our online store as well, is a big help. So people have the research done and then come to see the product. So it kind of goes hand in hand, you know. So it works well. But definitely, ever and anywhere, basically. And I suppose with the online, we're shipping nationwide as well. So yeah, it's pretty much nationwide. Yeah.
Do you have any involvement in this at all, or do you leave it all to Niall?
Pretty much left to Niall, and he's got the team here, and they're all so good and so involved in that, so they know their stuff, so I leave it to them to do it. But we're fully supportive of it, and anything that he needs, and that we're here to help, aren't we, Eleanor and Esme?
Which is great. Well, look, at Niall, we'd love to wish you the best of luck, and it's great to see a business thriving here in Cavan, and congratulations on a successful day. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Thank you. Thank you. I am now joined by Susan Jackson, better known for her Instagram account, Eternal Style. So Susan, thank you so much for taking the time out to join us here in Cusack's Lighting and Interiors for their showcase, but to join us here in Cavan. You're very, very welcome.
Thank you, Louise. It was an honour to come up. I love the interiors, and I built up a relationship with Shauna, and I have to say I was excited coming up. This is right up my street.
It is beautiful. There's so much to choose from. Yeah. Let's just start really. Your Instagram account is Eternal Style, and it started off with you showcase a lot of fashion and beauty products, and it's evolved now into you transitioning into your new home. Tell us a little bit about Eternal Style, because I know I've had my mum following you, and you've got a great followership, and a certain generation that love to kind of check in to see what you get up to.
It literally started putting up the odd picture, Louise, and it took off from there, believe it or believe it not. And then during lockdown, I really concentrated on it because I had all the time on my hands. I'm retired from my career, and I literally had, during lockdown, so much time that I said, you know what, I'm going to concentrate more on it. It was the perfect opportunity. I started posting more, and my followers grew. And you know what, I get so many messages, very positive messages, that it kind of encourages me to keep going. Yeah. Because it can take over, you look at the children on their phones and say, oh my God, I'm getting like that. But you have to restrict it as well. You can't let it consume every day. Yeah. So I nip in and out of it, and like that, I kind of go with what followers are looking. They ask me about beauty products, or I love interiors. I start putting up the renovations on my home, and I was blown away by the response. Yeah. People were, where did you get that? Where did you buy that? Where do you shop for this? Looking for ideas, and it just took off from there. So it's a combination of everything. Yes. It's everyday life, whether it's something you're putting out for your dinner, or you're going for a walk down by the beach. That's it.
You name it.
It's a bit of everything.
Which I love.
It's lifestyle. Yeah. From fashion to beauty to interiors, it's a bit of everything.
Tell us a bit about your new home. So you were telling me before we start recording that Skerries is your neck of the woods, but you're in your new home, and I've been following the journey of the renovation project. So tell us a little bit more about that.
We moved out of Skerries to another part of North County Dublin, and you know what, we were in it only a couple of months, and we knew it wasn't for us. Yeah. So okay, it was during lockdown. We just got into the house, and a couple of weeks after lockdown came, and we were 18 months there, but from the first couple of months we knew we weren't going to settle. Yeah. So we said we'd go back to Skerries. So we found this house. Now it took us a long time because properties were only digital viewing. Right. There was no auctioneers open. It was all through social media. You couldn't even go and view the house. So at one stage we were going to pull the house off the market because we had sold our own, but we had nowhere to go. And before we closed the deal, we said, look, we couldn't even find a place to rent. Anyway, long story short, things start opening up slowly but surely, and we came across this house and we fell in love with it. It was built in the early 70s. It reminded me of our own family home. The flowery carpets, and
you have to check out Eternal Style, because I've followed and I've saw that lovely photograph of the family sitting on the stairs with the floral carpets. But I was like, oh, keep the carpets. No, you weren't tempted, were you, Susan?
Well, you know what? The minute we set foot in the house, we just got this feeling, and we said, you know what? This is home. It was very homely, though, even though there was nothing in the house. It was completely empty, but it just gave, I think as soon as you put your foot in the door, you kind of know, you get the sense, the vibe. Yeah. We went with our gut instinct, and we said, yeah, this is for us. So we were blessed we got it. because there was a shortage of houses at the time to buy. Anyway, we had to wait a couple of months until the builders were ready to go in and renovate, so we had to rent for 9 months, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
We literally brought it back to a shell. We had to, do everything from the wiring to the heating, to the windows, to new flooring, because underneath there was no insulation.
Oh wow, so a big job.
We future-proofed it,
Yeah.
So we're delighted.
Is this the forever home now, Susan? Yeah, you're not
Damien
moving
said
again.
he would be carried out of there in a wooden box, and that's fact. That's fact.
So your style and how the interiors of the house. Tell us a little bit about what you're kind of edging towards, or what you're kind of loving. Because obviously you still have, the children coming and going, and everybody's probably throwing in their kind of ideas. So how do you kind of stick to what you like?
I don't follow trends as much. If I see something I like, I'll go with it. I do like a modern house, but at the same time, I won't follow the trends, because I know in 6 months' time that's going to change. That's going to be gone. I tend to buy simple. I tend to go for not old-fashioned, but I like plain.
Yes.
Something that you're going to have, say, in 10 years' time, and it won't go out of fashion.
Yeah. Yes, you won't get
Yeah.
tired of it, basically.
Yeah, and I kind of have an eye. I know what I want, and I'll search for it, and I'll wait. I won't rush into things.
Yeah.
Like at this stage, I'm still have no lighting up in some of the rooms, but I'm taking my time. I can't make mistakes. This is it.
You're like, you have to make the right decisions.
Yeah.
We can't let you go without speaking about your daughter, Suzanne Jackson, and I'm sure a lot of followers and a lot of people watching will have been following along with Dancing with the Stars, because we had our own Cavan man, Kevin McGahern. We can't forget him, but it was just a fantastic competition. You must have been so proud of her.
Super proud, as Suzanne says, super. This new word, super. Her partner was from Poland, and everything was super. So proud of her. She did amazing. It was a challenge. She took it on, and by God, she did so well. Week 3, she had a bit of a blip. She forgot her steps, and it threw her. And you know what? She really took it so well. She was determined to keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, on national TV, to do something like that is nerve-wracking.
I can imagine.
But she found the determination. She picked herself up, dusted herself off, and kept going. And that, to me, meant more than anything.
Yeah.
Because you have to show kids failure.
Yeah.
Everything is not going to go perfect. And if you fail, you just don't.
Yeah.
You don't not let it knock you. Just get up and fight it and keep going again.
Yeah, and
and
she
do your best.
certainly
And that's
did.
exactly what she did.
Hopefully
and she
Kevin will get
thoroughly
her to Cavan
enjoyed
now. Hopefully Kevin will take her down to Cavan now. She'll have to
Listen, Kevin was a gent, an absolute gent, and they all did amazing. Take my hat off to every single one of them. They did fantastic.
So before you leave here today, Susan, what have you got your eye on? Is there anything you think, I'd love to take that home with me now for your beautiful home?
Do you know what? There's a couple of pieces downstairs. Yeah. We're looking at narrow console tables. We're looking at a set of nice light fitting for one of our rooms. Katie's looking for something for her bedroom.
Lovely.
So we have our eye on a few things.
Oh, brilliant.
For sure.
Well, I can't wait to see what you're going to pick and how you're going to style it. But thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us on Lifestyle by Lulu, and we'll hopefully meet again. Thank you so much,
Very
Susan.
welcome. Thank you, Louise. It was my pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you.
We've just coming through the kind of bathroom lighting area. So you kind of cover lighting for all parts of the home and outside the home. But just here we've got this lovely crystal lighting above your head. Stuff like that. People can come here and they can... All your lights are kind of like LED lighting. You can advise people on like kind of that kind of thing.
Yes, of course. All lights now, all our bulbs here are LED. There is no halogen anymore, so cost effective. It's a big win. You're going to get it brighter. There is no heat in your LEDs, so it's brighter and just more economic as well. So all bulbs here are LEDs.
Brilliant. I'm now joined by Adele from The Good Life 2020. So Adele, thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thanks a million.
Adele, I was speaking to all the influencers and they all were saying you have to check out Adele's account. You are the woman to talk to when it comes to DIY in the home. So talk us through your own home. It is a new build.
Yeah, so we built in 2021, so we're in about 2 years now, and like that, just getting a few bits and pieces extra that we couldn't do at the time, a few DIY projects on the go, at the same time, and it's busy with kids and all, but doing all the interiors.
You're getting there.
Ourselves.
You were saying to me that you are in the process of, you've made a barn door, is that correct?
Yeah, I have 2 areas in the house.
Step aside, carpenters. Not needed.
It's nothing spectacular, but I had an idea in my head of what I wanted, but I went with what I was able to make and the tools that I had and whatnot, so we got that up just before Christmas. And just completed a bench and storage space for a picture window that we have over the lovely Moonwing Forest. So it looks amazing.
Is your background in, in carpet or anything like DIY, or how did you get into
I always had a love
it?
for painting and art and just creating things, and I am a teacher as well. So I think maybe that probably just helps a wee bit. But I just have a love for woodwork and making things because it's very therapeutic and all. So it takes a long time now to do projects because I have 2 kids as well and one on the way, so it's busy, but it's really enjoyable work.
So I think what's lovely about your account is if people check it out, they might just pick up some tips and tricks of how to attempt something like a barn door or some of these kind of DIY projects.
They're very simple. Like, I mean, I get my inspiration from Pinterest and other accounts on Instagram as well, because I follow some great accounts like that. But very simple things like going just a jigsaw and a bit of wood glue, you'd be surprised what you can do. So.
I think you've inspired me now. I'm definitely going to give it a go. I am the world's worst Adele, so I am. But look, I'm looking forward to check it out, and I think anyone who's watching, make sure you check out Adele, The Good Life 2020, and who knows, you might surprise yourself and pick up some tips and tricks. Thanks very much, Adele, for chatting to us. Thanks. I'd like to be joined by Kiva from the Big Hill House. So Kiva, thank you so much for speaking to us on Lifestyle by Lulu. You're very welcome to Cavan.
Thanks for having me.
So you're a Tyrone woman.
I am.
I love following your account. Your home is just beautiful. But I'm sure, like anyone I've spoken to, it's just not that easy. It might all look all beautiful and all these beautiful pictures, but a lot of hard work goes into it. So tell us about your journey. You lived in Qatar for many years.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi,
And then you moved back to Ireland.
In 2019, just before COVID.
Right. So you were busy building your forever home.
Yeah. So we'd already broke ground when we were in Abu Dhabi, and then my parents helped keep things going over in Ireland while we were still in
Very
Abu Dhabi.
lucky.
Yes. And then we moved in with my parents for 3 years, and COVID happened and everything was at a standstill.
Oh my gosh, and you were trying to get everything finished.
Yeah. So then I painted the house myself, and that kept everything going and moving in the right direction. So
wow.
Yeah, we moved in Christmas last year.
Would you say, like, your house, it's kind of it's still a process, you're still finishing things off, like you've got beautiful style yourself. I love what you're wearing today, but that obviously kind of transfers into the home. And have you got a particular kind of style in your home you want to kind of achieve?
Timeless. I didn't want to be changing it in 5 years or follow any trends that changes so much. So I've tried to do it that I will never get sick of the floors or never get sick of the kitchen colour, and I've tried to keep things timeless.
Yeah.
So that's...
I think you definitely have achieved that.
And I love the Georgian. I love traditional Georgian features. So there's some of that in the house through panelling and things like that. So.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
So we're here in Cusack's Lighting, and they have such a great, selection of everything, really, from lights and all them finishing touches, your mirrors, your consoles. Is there anything you've kind of got your eye on here today? You think, I really would everything.
I need all the lights. Give me all the lights. Yeah. No, there's a lot still. We need all the light pendants, but that takes time, I think, and living in the house, and again making. It takes time to know exactly what you would like, because you don't want to change it in a few years' time.
Exactly, It's just to make the right decision. Well, Kiva, we love following along, and we will continue to follow the Big Hill House and follow your journey. And I suppose anyone who's interested, check Kiva out. But Kiva, thank you so much for taking time to speak to us. Thanks very much.
That's great.
What is some of your best sellers in store, or what do you think people are really looking for when it comes to interiors and lighting?
It's so hard to say. Every week here I say I have a week that's the light off that week. It just changes. Yeah. Some weeks it's just flying out, we all sell the same thing. Next week it goes from something from a crystal to something ultra modern. It's so hard to tell. Like, even today, it was such a fast amount of people looking at different things. So it's so hard to say what is
pinpoint.
actually the most popular.
Now, as you can see, we're taking a little walk through store, and it is huge. So there's like something for everybody here. And I've visited on many occasions. And I think every time I come, I see something new I want. And loads of the interior designers that I spoke with today, a lot of them have been here on various occasions. So you're in a really good location. You know, we're in, you know, the northwest, based here in Cavan, just off the roundabout for the Dublin Road. So, I mean, it's a great location for people traveling from all over the country.
No, definitely. And most of our customers actually aren't even from Cavan. They're coming from everywhere. Even today, you've seen that yourself. They're from Derry, they're from Donegal, Kildare, Armagh. They just came from everywhere. Like, we're working with designers from nationwide, architects. They're just coming from everywhere. So it's great. The Cavan support as well today. Obviously, a lot of people's gone to the match. So they're all supporting Cavan today on that one. But definitely, it's been a great, tremendous turnout, and always has been for us. The website and Instagram brings a lot in as well, I think, from all over Ireland.
Which is great. So people can check Cusack's Lighting out on your Instagram page. You can do click and collect. You can shop as you wish at home, from the comfort of your own home, which is brilliant. But I'm delighted to be joined by Sineád from the Instagram account, The Beaut Truth. Sineád, it's so lovely to finally meet you in person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I already know you because I've been following along for years.
I'm at it a while, all right.
You're definitely one of the OG Instagrammers. Tell us about The Beaut Truth. It started with you reviewing lots of different products.
Yeah, I started 10 years ago. I was diagnosed with cancer and I needed a distraction. So my husband suggested I did something like this. It was actual blog at the time. So we were sitting in the pub one night and I wanted to call it Princess Twinkle Toes blog, and my husband was like, absolutely not. So he came up with The Beautiful Truth, and I had an operation on the 2nd of October, and by the 3rd or 4th of October I had set the website up and I just went for it. Wow. And while I was sick I used it as a distraction, and it just kind of developed from there, and here I am today.
I know, like you're a fellow teacher like myself.
I am, yeah.
And so it's lovely to have a kind of a different outlet to just, teaching, and to have a different identity at times. Is it like, something you'd love to do more? Are you doing it more full time? Are you still teaching?
No, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
I am a teacher. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the beauty and I love fashion and I love all of that. But my career is teaching, and that's since I was a little girl what I always wanted to be. So while I might when my kids are very small, I might just step back from the teaching and be part-time. No, it definitely is. Teaching is my thing.
Is your thing, for sure. You're recently you've renovated your kitchen.
I did, yeah.
And you were just chatting, you picked a gorgeous light from Cusack's that I had my eye on for my own living room.
Yes.
But the light is gorgeous, and I know probably a lot of people have really been influenced and went for that similar light. But coming here today, is there anything you're looking for? Are you kind of doing a new room in the house, or
well, this is my 3rd time up, so they can't get rid of me at this stage. But I honestly think that I came up initially for a light for the kitchen, and then I came up because I really liked the kind of accessories that they stocked. But today I've come up for a light for the bedroom, a light for the landing, and a light for the hall. But my husband doesn't know yet.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll just cut that bit so he doesn't need to know. But look at it, as you're saying, there's so much here. There's something for everybody's style and
budget as well.
Yeah.
And I definitely think for me the price range that is in Cusack's is just spot on. Really is spot on.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of beat it. So it is good Cavan value. There you go. But so Sineád, what's next for The Beaut Truth, or what can we expect from you in the future?
Oh God, who knows? I really am at the moment taking every day as it comes. I just enjoy what I'm doing, and as things come naturally, I just kind of roll with it. But just same beauty, fashion, and a little bit of crack.
Yeah, I can see why your page is so popular, because you're just a lady and just you ooze warmth, and it's lovely just to be chatting to you here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us on Lifestyle by Lulu. Thank you so much, Sineád.
Thank you, Louise.
Brilliant. I'm now joined by Lynn Kelly, former Miss Universe Ireland. So Lynn, you're very welcome to Cavan Town, to the beautiful Cusack's Lighting and Interiors. It's like a treasure chest of lighting and you name it. So you're doing up your new home, and have you spotted anything in store today?
I think the easier question would be, what have I not spotted in store today? There's so many hidden treasures here. It's absolutely fabulous. We have just bought our new home quite recently, so we're still doing it up. And I literally am like a magpie since I walked in. I've got my eye on so much stuff.
I know, it's really confusing, but at least Shauna is, in the store to help anybody who kind of needs a little guidance.
Yeah.
So is there any particular style? I follow you online. I love what you've done with your home so far.
you.
So you like that kind of minimalistic kind of...
We
lots
do.
of, touches of black and creams and all. So tell me about your style.
Absolutely. So I like my home to be very calm. I like it to be quite neutral, quite calm, quite minimalistic. My personal style is quite different. As you can see, I'm wearing colour. I do wear quite a lot of colour, but for my home, I like it to be very calm, very zen, because I feel like work is always so hectic that's my place of respite.
Which is your calm place, yeah. And you're recently married, and married for a second time. So tell us about that. So you're really in that kind of buzz of like new home, new marriage. It's all very exciting for you.
Yeah, thank you. We recently got married in Sicily and Italy, and it was incredible. So yeah, still on the high from that, and then I suppose more recent we had a Dublin wedding in the Merrion, which was also equally as gorgeous. Yeah.
So have you taken any influences from your Sicily wedding that you want to kind of bring into your new home?
I mean, I love all of the greens, and as I said, the neutrals, and hopefully now when we get our wedding photos back sometime soon, that they will be very much on theme with how we have the house as well. So it should all work out.
Oh, fantastic! Well, look at Lynn. Thank you so much. I know you're rushing back to Dublin, but thanks so much for taking time to speak to us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome. So this lady drove all the way from Rathmullen in Donegal. This is Freda from Self-Built Rathmullen. Freda, thanks so much for coming the whole way to Cavan to Cusack's Lighting Interiors. But tell us a little bit about your home account on Instagram.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I suppose we started building our home in 2019 and we moved in December 2022. We had got a piece of land from my husband's family, and we started the self-build project together, and we loved it. We got involved with every stage of it. With regards to the building, the stonework, the heating system, the grounds work, etc. So it was a really exciting project, and we really enjoyed it thoroughly. So,
wow. As you were saying, like you wanted to get the kind of all of the house, exterior and the heating system and all that right before you moved on to the interiors.
Yes.
So now with the interiors part, do you love that side of it? Is that the part you enjoy?
I love interiors. I suppose I had a baby when we moved in. So we moved into the house 3 weeks after we had a child. So the interiors took a bit of a backseat for a while. So now we're starting to really, hence why we're here, focusing on interiors in different rooms. We have most of the house is finished, but we just needed the finishing touches to kind of complete each room. So that's why we're here and shopping today. So
what kind of design trends for 2023 are you loving at the moment, or do you get swayed by trends, or do you just generally stick to your own kind of style?
No, I love different styles, I suppose, and coming to somewhere like this allows you to see all the different styles. I'm a real fan of like the antique brass look, the more rustic, modern rustic look, I suppose you could describe it. But I love all coming in here. It's like coming into Aladdin's cave. I'm looking at everything and I'm like, oh, could I change that? So I love looking at how the Shauna in here is great at showing how the trends are changing, and I love following and seeing how it goes.
Yeah, and Shauna, it's a credit to her, because every corner of this store
is beautiful,
is styled to perfection, and I think it helps people visualize what maybe they could do with their own homes. Because I know, personally, that's something I would struggle with. So it's definitely great to have somebody in store that can do that for you.
It's fabulous. Like I have come in here a few times now, and I've seen something, even a flower arrangement, and I'm like, can I buy it just like that? And she's like, yeah, take it with you, because she's styled it for you. So now she's very good at her job, and it's made it a very enjoyable experience to come here. So.
Which is great. So anything you want to take away with you today from Cusack's Lighting and Interiors?
Well, we have lighting actually for the landing and the hall. That's why we were here. That was the main focus of today. And then We have vases gone there, and we have lamps gone, so the car's full going back to Donegal.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Hopefully you won't get stopped on the
Yeah.
way.
Hopefully not.
Take it for granted. Well, look, it's been a pleasure
And
to
you.
speak to you and to meet you here today. And thank you very much for taking time to speak to us on Lifestyle by Lulu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No bother.
You're on hand to give anyone any of that interior styling advice if they need.
Of course, so you can go onto our website, you can go and just even WhatsApp. Send me a message on WhatsApp. I'm there to help 24/7. The phone never stops. It's just, I like to help, and that's what we're here for. So you can get us on the Instagram, on the website. We have the website, obviously. What we have here is only a quarter of what is actually available compared to what's on the website. There's over 10,000 products there right now. So
which is amazing.
There's something there for everybody, and we do try to have a little bit of style that suits everybody's taste.
I think so. We're just kind of passing all the chandeliers and then into the kind of really contemporary styles as well, which is just fantastic. As you said, there is something for everyone. Well, Shauna and team, you really have had a very successful day here for the showcase, and I think everyone's been blown away by what you have on offer. So congratulations.
Thank you so much
to Niall, to yourself, and the whole team here at Cusack's Lighting and
Thank you so much yourself for coming out. It was great to have you, and we're just blown away by the support today. Has been fantastic. There's people who couldn't come even, they've just shouted us out on Instagram. We're just so happy with the support.
Oh no, we're absolutely delighted, and thumbs up to my cameraman, to Brian, who's the man behind the camera, who's been very patient all day. So look, thank you so much, Shauna.
Thank you so much,
It's been a
Louise.
pleasure.
All the best.
Thank you. That's it from Cusack's Lighting and Interiors, Dublin Road, Cavan Town. What a fabulous day it has been here. We've had content creators, home accounts, interior designers, all here to enjoy the showcase of this beautiful new store in the heart of Cavan Town. So I don't know about anybody else, but I am going to get into this bath and I'm going to relax. And you might just find me here in the morning. So it's goodbye from me, Louise O'Reilly.